Hello, and welcome to McKinley Connects. I'm Grace Sanchez, and today I'm very excited about having Norma Haddad in the studio with me today. She is a donor, a friend, and I'm going to just say a woman of tremendous gifts, because that's what I've heard about you, Norma, and I'm so excited to have you today. How are you doing?
Great, great. Having a good morning. And yourself?
Likewise,
Good.
busy but good, very
Yes.
productive, and we've got a lot of things going on. So,
I hear
with
you.
that, if you don't mind, let's jump in. I
Yes,
would love for you to share with our audience a little bit about yourself and specifically about your business.
sure. So my name is Norma Haddad. I'm a CPA. Pretty much been a CPA for 20 years plus. I've decided working, public accounting and whatnot in private, and now last 15 years we've had Value Resources CPAs, which is a certified CPA firm. Um, in multiple locations here in California, we service clients all across the world, really. We have international as well as national. And we've been very blessed, and we're just glad to give back a little bit when we can. We just been
I
going through a lot of growth. So that's
And
what we're
Norma,
doing.
you're based here in San Dimas?
Yes, yes. I'm in
And
San Dimas. It's our main office, and our second office is in Norco, California. But with the blessing and curse of technology, we can service clients all across
that's
everywhere.
amazing.
Yeah, it just depends on what they like to do.
I love that. Well, let's talk a little bit about financial literacy. I mean, I think that is probably one of the most important topics that needs to be discussed, not just amongst young folks. Every chapter of life really is based on kind of our finances and where are we headed. What would you say to someone who's watching us today, that a message about the importance of financial literacy and how could they best maybe utilize services like yours to enhance their financial well-being?
Yes, yes. I think financial literacy is the most important thing. I even teach it to my two children that are in junior high and high school to start. A lot of people don't have a grasp of it. It really gets you ahead in life. So some people always tend to compare themselves to other people and say, hey, I want to be like that, or I want to do this, or I want to be. But if you don't understand the numbers tell you a story. So you really have to understand what financial uh, circumstances or rules or opportunities that might surface. And without a good team, and I would say that with, as well as a financial advisor, an attorney, um, having your back and really being able to help you understand it, I think you're kind of cutting yourself a little short. So just from a business standpoint in business owners.
I think that's so wise. And it's interesting. I often use the analogy of going on a trip, right? You need a roadmap. Where are you going? How do you want to get there? How fast? All of those elements. And that's so
Correct.
similar with our financial roadmap of, where I find myself is now more looking at retirement and things of that nature. But every chapter of life has that roadmap for us. And I'm so glad to hear that you're teaching that to your children. And I think it should be, a top lesson in all of our educational systems. Um, let's talk a little bit, Norma. You came to our women's conference, and
Mhm.
I would love to know a little bit about your personal values and your business ethos and how those merge with our values and what we're doing here at McKinley.
Yes. I have a sweet spot for youth, right? And I think the women's event really hit home as a female in a male dominated industry. Now, mind you, things have changed. I mean, we're talking about 20 years ago where a female can be a CPA partner in a firm was really a little bit more rare. And I really just want to give back. It's nothing against, the boys or the girls or the female. It's just more along the lines that I think we have a little bit more of a minority. So I really it touched me to have that women's event. Took my daughter with me. I wanted her to see and learn as well. To see how A, she's blessed. B, how we have to teach this at a young age. I'm a first generation. I came out here when I was a couple years old, and we were from the Middle East. And there's not a lot of opportunity for females out there, even to this day.
So
We've been very blessed. So we've been. I really want to give that power to women. And it sounds cliche-ish, but at the end of the day, I think you could do it. If you put your mind to it, you could do it at the end of the day. So that's what really aligned me with this event and really hit home.
Oh, I love that. Um, if you don't mind, for our audience who obviously might have not been able to attend, what stood out to you? Share one thing that maybe from the women's conference really either touched you or maybe that you enjoyed the most.
I was really more of the organization. The event was amazing. I really loved the camera.
Oh, yeah.
But that was really great. And the whole event was beautiful. It was a nice event, great, food and people, just talking to different people, different backgrounds. The main headlining event was really interesting, your interview, talking to different people and just learning about their backgrounds and how they've aligned themselves with McKinley.
Oh, I love that, Norma. I will say that, what you shared a little bit about your background and about women, it's the empowerment, and not just women, but just in the youth. I would like
Yes.
to ask if someone today is in need of maybe your services, how would they find you? How do people get in touch with you?
Well, we pretty much we have a website. We also, phone number, all that stuff. We have Instagram. I'm
What
on
is,
LinkedIn,
yeah, what
all
is
that.
the website?
I'm sorry. The website is www.valueresourcescpas.com.
Say that
That's
one more time for us.
sure. www.valueresourcescpas.com. So it's pretty much the name of the firm, which is Value Resources CPAs. So we branded it the same way.
Only because, part of what we want too, Norma, is, in building that partnership. You came and supported us. We want to be able to also, be reciprocal. And we never know. There might be someone who's watching today that might be thinking, man, I need a good CPA, and
Thank
someone that
you.
might be either here or wherever someone might be watching. So
Yes.
we're grateful for that. I do want to ask you, I believe you were recently at our donor event at the Dodger Stadium.
Yes, we
Share
were.
a little bit. How did you enjoy that?
That was very touching. The young man up there, my son goes to San Dimas High School, and he plays varsity basketball. So I was, listening to him, and I was really surprised because I hear a lot about, the programs and I talked to a couple of teachers that are so good that remember him, and his story is just amazing. And that's what really touches me about that. Obviously the company and the people there were great, but just the headliner and the speaker there, he was an amazing individual, and I'm so happy to hear those kind of stories. It motivates me as a person.
Thank you, Norma. Well, that was our goal. We
Yes,
wanted people to leave inspired, and most importantly, that donors and our supporters, our friends, could see a direct correlation to where their funds are being used and how, I was sharing with someone that, we're not just in the work of helping youth that are at risk or who have had tremendous challenges, but we are in the transformation business. We are helping youth to get the tools, to give them the experiences that they can grow and flourish, and that they have the ability to kind of direct their future, regardless of where and what they've come from. Which I think, I'm also first generation from immigrant parents who came from Mexico.
yes,
And, just the mantra of working hard and being kind to others, and to really, having that tenacity to fulfill our dreams and our goals
yes,
is a
yes.
wonderful thing.
Yeah. I just want to leave with one thing is that some people tend, and it's a good thing for your kid, your youth, people tend to always talk about where they came from, where they went to
Mm.
school, all that good stuff. I always tell my own kids, it's not where you come from, it's where you're heading. So you can come from, not the greatest roots, but you can make a big splash in the world. So never give up.
I love that, Norma. And I am so grateful because you're not going to believe it. That was a very famous little quote that my mom would always say to us
Oh yeah.
about not where we came from, but where we, end and how we get there. So,
Yes.
Norma, thank you so much. I do want to just end with this and just plant a seed for you. We are going to be having a girls' symposium in the
Okay.
spring. And
Mhm.
financial literacy is something we really, really want to include in today in our program. So
Okay.
someone from the team will be reaching out to you. We'd love to have you maybe be a speaker, a presenter to our females, our youth. And this is a direct correlation from what we do with the funds from our women's conference. So
Oh,
I
that's great.
think it would
I
be
would love to do that. Yes.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Norma, thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
grateful. And
Thank you, and have
appreciate
thank you, and have a great holiday, and thank you for all you do. I know you're out there always, and you guys are such a great organization.
Thank you so much, Norma. Have a great one.
You too. Okay, take care. Okay, bye bye.